Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. I think everything is okay. I have a question for you guys because if I don't ask now, believe me, once I get going, I forget everything. First of all, if anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good to talk. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Having said that, I took my car to the shop Monday, and because there is a coolant reservoir that's leaking, and I saw it, I took a video of it, and I made the appointment. So I went Monday. I showed the guy, where the tank was leaking, the water, the coolant tank. It's, one of those little, probably about 4 inches square, you could say, not exactly, but it's not shaped like a square, shaped like this, like a piano. Okay, so so whenever the car warms up, you can see water spilling, down on the chassis, and then it drips down. It's leaking. When I got there, I showed to the representative, this is where the thing is leaking. So I need an oil change. You have to change the oil on BMWs every year, no matter what. I don't drive the car much because I'm always here working. But anyway, so, he told me there were a couple of things that needed to be done. I didn't like it, but you know what? You got to do it. I need the car. But I said, how much is it going to cost me to change the tank, the water coolant reservoir? He says, oh, I don't know. I'll ask my tech. I'm like, okay. Because I showed him, I knew what was wrong. I didn't expect when he called me back to tell me the car was ready, I was going to be charged $300 and change for diagnosis if I did not get the thing fixed there, because I wasn't sure, I wasn't planning for that. I wanted to see how much it would cost me first before I made a decision. In any event, I want you guys to tell me, first of all, he didn't tell me about there is a cost for diagnosis. And then he told me, well, if you don't let us fix it, we're going to charge you for the diagnosis. But he didn't tell me that. I diagnose my own thing. I don't need them to diagnose anything for me, because I usually go and say, this is what's wrong. I know I don't have it here. I have a dongle. I run that stuff for diagnosis on my car all the time. Guys, I lost my mind when he told me, well, that's not the way it works. The way he told me that's not the way it works. If you don't get it fixed, if you don't allow us to fix it, you're going to have to pay $300 for the diagnosis. Oh, Lord. When he put it that way to me, I wasn't happy camper. So I demanded to speak to his manager, and I gave him a piece of my mind. Probably I'm not going to say everything I said, but would you guys be pissed off too? I showed him what was wrong. I said how much it would cost to, because I knew it only needed the reservoir, the coolant reservoir. That's all it needed. And I know how much it costs and how long it would take to replace it. Maximum 2 hours to replace it. It costs about $200. For the tank itself costs about $200. The part, $200. So was I too much? I don't think so. But after that, I'm like, should I have, even wasted my time? But it's the way he put it. If I don't allow them to fix it, it's going to cost me that. And then he didn't tell me about it. And to be honest with you, my brother told me, yes, a lot of places do that, but I didn't know, because I never really keep my cars long. Now that I'm retired, we can't afford to have a new car every few years anymore or keep it past a certain number of mileage. So let me know, you guys, if you can post it here, if you ever had anything like that happen to you, or on the comment. I'd be curious to see how you guys feel. Having said that, back to our regular programming. Like I said yesterday, or the day before yesterday, or sometimes the last week or so, Robert wasn't happy with the direction Trump was taking. And the direction is he's taking the country, really. They have, except for Thomas and Alito, the rest, I think that's what I said. They are very concerned because no one wants a dictatorship in this country. And that's where Elon and Trump are taking us. So that's why, I mean, besides the fact that they want to impeach the judge because they are unhappy, Trump, Elon, Vance, and the MAGA crowd. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I warned you guys. Robert is not happy. And if Trump continues to do these things, and also I did predict the judiciary, it will have enough of him. This is the beginning. It feels like to me intuitively of blowback, against Trump with the judiciary. And the notion that they are impotent to do nothing, they don't need a weapon. What's going to happen once the judiciary start to voice their opinion like Robert did, it's going to, it will motivate people more to take to the street and demand that Trump be gone. And the second thing is I predicted, I don't remember if it was last week or this past Monday, I said it. Elon would be saying, go on TV and do his mea culpa. I was shocked last night when I learned, or this morning, sorry, not last night, this morning. Elon is going on TV saying, I don't know what I did wrong to anybody. They are, setting my dealerships on fire. They hit Tesla, they hit me. Do you guys remember I told you he would be going on TV and do these type of things? It's starting. And my other prediction was he's going to be worth a fraction of what he's worth today and a few years down the road. Tesla, intuitively, let me put it to you this way. 90% chance Tesla will not recover from where it is. Tesla is in a downward spiral. In fact, some major bankers are already talking about it. I forget the name of. I made a copy of it. I didn't do it. I didn't copy it on my journal. But there is some kind of one of those super, duper finance people who said Tesla days are numbered, and Elon's too. And also, there were a couple of court orders. Well, basically, Elon has been ordered to put USAID back together. That's not a beginning. I told you those, federal employees, they will be getting their job back. This is only the beginning as well. Okay? And I told you Elon was going to prison. Watch that space. And if you watched Rachel Maddow last night, what Elon is doing behind the scenes, remember guys, I've been saying this for a while. Corruption, breaking the law, all kinds of stuff is going on behind the scenes. And Elon think, this is mine. Just like he goes on TV, I didn't do anything to anybody. You're destroying people's lives and you're saying you don't know what you're not doing anything to anybody. And then now, watch what happens. He's going to complain again. He's doing, his job. Watch. But he's been ordered to put USAID back together. All the shenanigans they've been pulling behind the scenes, sending his own security people, passing themselves off as federal employees, and getting the police to come and bail them out, meaning, the police came and they opened the door of that building, of that something peace. It's a nonprofit organization. They get funding from Congress and stuff like that. But Doge, oh my God, I don't want to say what I was going to say. I don't want to repeat the yesterday. But anyway, they basically broke into the place using the police. My friends, all those things are going to come back to bite Elon and Trump. And the rebuke from Thomas, these things, Trump is becoming more vulnerable every day. He hasn't noticed that yet. And he thinks, he goes on Fox and talk and all kinds of stuff that's going to save him. That he's done this so much, it's becoming useless. He's wasting his time. Yes, like I've always said, there is a part of the base that's never going to abandon Trump. Right now, intuitively, I feel he's treading on sand. He can sink. He's sinking. And I saw an article this morning. I didn't have a chance to. I was looking for the numbers because I didn't have a chance to read the entire thing. His numbers continue to drop. His poll numbers. I don't trust those polls that much, but it's coinciding with what I am feeling intuitively. And I told you that before. His poll numbers are not going to get better, and they're going to sink down to the 20s or low 30s. That's what's coming. And he'd be more vulnerable than ever. And another thing I've said as well, if you watch Trump, he feels in some ways confident and emboldened because he believes Elon's tech savvy, just like Elon helped him run win those 7 states that were, I forget the name, the swing states. I was thinking of a couple of things. Those 7 swing states. The minute I heard that, I'm like, this is not good, but whatever. Whatever Elon did, however they went about making it happen, Trump, first of all, he doesn't have any, the notion that he's going to be here for one term. No. He is president forever. That's what him and his family think is going to happen. And right now, his family, they are, doing they are struggling behind the scene. Okay. Who's going to be, who Trump loves the most to replace him. That's what Trump is thinking about. So they are playing all kinds of games behind the scenes. But my friends, like I said, people who are talking about 2028, Trump is going to be out of here. That's not the plan. And the point I wanted to make is Biden said it yesterday. I don't remember. I don't know which podcast he was on. And if you do a search on MSN, okay, there is an article about it. This guy has not even been in office for 6 months. Him and Elon are already planning for him on how he's going to stay in office. And that's part of the reason why you're seeing all those things that they are doing today. Okay. Elon taking over everything. Well, he has, his dog people trying to take over everything. That's part of their plans. I want you to do this, and if you don't do it, I'm going to cut you, whatever it is. Or they're going to, try to blackmail you. Well, these people behind the scenes, it feels like to me, won't stop at anything to get us, the people, to do what they want. But I have news for them and a small prediction. It's going to blow up in their faces. It's not going to work. And intuitively, you can see the beginning of what's to come. The judiciary, the protests, they won't stop. They're going to continue to grow. And I don't know how many of you saw last night. I forget the name of this. I don't know if it's Floor or something like that. There is a congressman who held some kind of, I forget his name. But anyway, he had a town hall meeting. The people were screaming at him. It's not going to stop. If the Republicans think they're going to be able to snow their way, I'm trying not to say the curse word, out of this situation, they are seriously mistaken. And Trump right now has jumped into the impeach the judges as well. He has, I was reading something, he has created another headache for Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson is going to have to find a way to impeach a judge or something. That's going to blow up. That's not going to happen. And they're just putting themselves in a very bad situation. That's my prediction. None of this is going to work. None of this is going to save Trump. He can go, basically that's what he does when he goes on Fox News, complain. People are tired of all his complaints. The notion that him and Elon have done nothing wrong to anybody. You shouldn't be turning against me. It's not going to work. But like the first topic I have there, Elon, whatever it is you want to call it, mea culpa, or I didn't do anything bad to anybody. Why are you being mean to me? In fact, if anything, people are laughing at him. In fact, if you look at Blue Sky and Twitter, they're reminding him how many lives he has ruined. And there is something that's happening, and it's not going to stop. Those people, some of the people that Elon and Trump have fired, they are being put on TV now to explain. It's not going to stop. This is not going to end well for Trump. That's my prediction. And with the court decisions, he has no choice. Do you also guys remember I told you yesterday, this I remember pretty clearly. I told you Trump was afraid of not following the court orders, but Bondi would definitely disobey. It's happening. I read something either last night or this morning, that she told the court she's not going to give them the information they require. And she says she's not going to follow this. She's going to disobey the order. Bondi is dominant. And watch how this whole thing is going to blow up in the Bundy's face too. Her too. She is in for some major awakening. Trump, Elon, Bondi, and everyone else in this regime who find themselves crossway with the laws of this country. Just like Trump and Elon, they've been getting away with it at first. Everyone are finding their footing. They finally are understanding where this is going, or admit it to themselves, because they didn't want to, no one wants to believe that an American president is doing what Trump is doing. So they've accepted it, and now they are getting ready to blow, to fight back. And guys, I would not be surprised if Bondi loses her law license. I don't know how that's gonna. I don't know. Well, over what, it's some of the stuff that she's going to do right now. I don't know what the mechanism is. I know you have to report the person to the bar or something, but there are certain things that are going to occur. I don't know which organization, but some people are going to go after her, and she will lose her license. It's not going to be the government. It feels like to me, regular people over things she's done. That's what's coming for Bondi. And I feel like saying, if I were her, I would watch my P's and Q's as well. They didn't go after Barr, but Bondi is creating or doing enough damage to DOJ, and her bad decisions may land her in legal water. Not now. Once Trump is pushed out and she's shown the door, all these people will become vulnerable. And I'm seeing Putin flashing in front of me. Well, that's my prediction for Bondi, Elon, and Trump and others. Trump had a call with Putin yesterday, and I've said this many times. The way he views Trump hasn't changed. In fact, he thinks Trump is worse. He thinks he's smarter than Trump and better than Trump. The people you hear saying Putin will attack Ukraine again, that is true. And you know whose fault that is? Trump. If they know, Trump has been told what Biden was doing. Biden basically destroyed the Russian economy. He weakened the military. The Russian people, if they have an opportunity, but they are so used to being oppressed by the government and be passive, it's very difficult for them to find a way out. But it's not because they're not ready and willing to do something. They're not well armed like in this country. So they will be fighting at a disadvantage. But Putin, as my prediction for him is still the same. We can wake up one day and he's gone. But he has no respect for Trump. The other reason, believe it or not, the reason he really disliked, he has no respect for Trump. He never liked Trump anyway. He doesn't see an American as a human being. That's how people like Putin see us, okay? They view us as inferior to them. But idiot Trump doesn't understand that. You know, I disagree with, I think he's a great guy. Joy Reid took over his show because somebody accused him of abusing women or something like that. And he decided to quit. He was too old for it. He has enough money. Why should he waste his time? And he has other things, better thing to do. And Joy Reid took that spot. He said this morning, Trump is not dumb. He's just misguided. I mean, I think he's great. I'm not criticizing him. When he said that, I'm like, are you serious? But I disagreed with him. I think Trump is just dumb. Because some of the stuff he's doing, I mean, he's good at a couple of things, lying to people. And even if like just like as we know, we saw everything that happened on January 6th. But he continues to deny, and and he has a whole bunch of people around him, sycophants, who help him continue to lie. I saw if I remember his name as we speak, I'll tell you, he was on CNN a little earlier. Oh my God. Every question they ask him, he doesn't miss an opportunity to say, We have the greatest negotiator in the White House. No one in the world has his experience. He's the best guy to go against Putin. Trump is God. I think he's either at third in line or something. Emmer. His last name, I believe his name is Tom Emmer. He's either second or third in line after Mike Johnson, something like that. You know, with all these people Trump has going around helping him lie, but these people, there's a price for them too. They're going to lose their seats. So Trump, he thinks he can continue doing these things. It will all backfire, my friends. It's not going to work. But I don't feel Trump should be thinking about running for a third term. If I were him, I would focus on getting things back to normal, because every day is drama. And every day that goes by, he continues the drama. His poll numbers will continue to sink, and he's going to become more vulnerable. And like I said yesterday, we have another month or two before this thing we reach a point of no return, or at least it's going to be really bad for this country. I think people are beginning to realize, and they're saying it's how much damage right now. Given everything Trump is doing, we are in a very bad state. It's a matter of assessing how much damage Trump is going to cause. These people, experts, are beginning to admit and say those things. It's not good. I never thought it would be good, and they are proving me right. And I'm going to repeat this because I'm seeing it again. Trump and his family will lose Mar-a-Lago, and they will pay. They will not get away with this. Trump will still go to prison. That's why he's doing everything. But you see, when you lie and you do some of the stuff that he does, it only takes you but so far. He's about to find out the limit of his lies and his ability to con those who are not well educated, unsophisticated, however you want to put it. He's about to find out the limit of that shenanigan. That's my prediction. Okay. A couple of you asked me some very important questions. Oh yes, I wanted to mention this. And I wouldn't be surprised there is a lawsuit here. And those are okay, let me tell the story. I'm sorry, I'm jumping because I'm seeing pictures. There's a lady, she's a Canadian. Her name is Jasmine Mooney. She's a Canadian. She was detained by ICE. And she is telling her story, what ICE people did to her. And it seems like, as we know, it's a business. There are companies, when they arrest these people, they warehouse them wherever those companies are located. And she's recounting what happened to her while she was in their custody. She didn't have her phone. She said it was basically torture when she was in the hands of these people. Intuitively, I feel that story, and I'm sure we're going to hear many more, it's going to be really bad for Trump and his regime and the people around him. That's my prediction. Elon Musk, this is something I wrote about going on Hannity and, saying he didn't do anything wrong to anybody. I just, okay. Oh, the person the writer, the author. I told you I couldn't remember his name, and there was no way I would remember that name. His name is Michael Wolff. I was trying to tell you guys, the author who wrote those books about Trump, and he was at Mar-a-Lago having dinner with Trump, and I don't remember exactly what. There are so Trumps. I'm seeing so many pictures of Trump at Mar-a-Lago. I don't remember what the story was yesterday. But the name of the author is Michael Wolff. That's whose name I couldn't remember. And, okay, 1 second. Yeah, I think this is it. Or the judge that demanded that Elon put USAID back together. His name is Theodore D. Chuang, Chuang. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. Somebody asked me, do you feel that the Democrats are doing something behind the scenes? Do you think that they are trying to stop this crazy madness? Because Democrats have no power to stop anything at this point. They can go out and make a good case and show, just like AOC and Senator Sanders. Oh my God, Waltz is working his way into those levels as well. Those guys are very effective, and Senator Crockett is doing an amazing job too. Senator Murphy, all these people. I mean, there are a few more. Maxwell Frost, I was talking about him yesterday. All these people, okay, so they are behind the scene, well, out, and that's what Democrats basically can do. And you know what? Intuitively, I feel that's the best way to counter Trump right now, since they can't really do everything. I watched so many stories, I didn't write it down. There is something Elon is doing. Representative Connolly can bring him in front of Congress. That's one subcommittee or a committee in Congress that can hold Elon accountable. It seems like they're gonna go after Elon to bring Elon back in front of Congress or in the American people to explain what he's doing, him and Doge. That's another way. According to what I heard last night, whatever the name of that committee is, I can't think of the name right now, but that's the only committee that can put under the dang and Trump's armor as well. So that's the Empress D says, Milu, what outcome do you see for Burkina Faso? What? Niger, Mali, since withdrawing from ECOWAS. You're talking about, if you're talking about currency, I'm not sure. I don't know much about this, but I don't feel it's, the outcome, is going to be positive in the near future. That's the best thing I can tell you. Shell 5 says, Chris Piazza. Okay, that's somebody. Diana is asking, Milu, will we have resurgence and finally a candidate elected from the independent party? I doubt it. Could this be the healing balm to bring parties together and start heading towards working for all the people? Yes, this has the potential to do that. But I've said this a long time ago before Biden was president. That's going to happen when all the Republicans that we have in Congress right now, or at least most of them, not all of them are MAGAs, when the MAGAs are gone, and they will be gone, guys, let me tell you. By the time, let's put it this way, another year or two, Trump's name will be like a curse. That's how bad this is going to get for Trump. And it doesn't matter. He can go sit on Fox News. Yes, he'll be talking to some people, all right, to a minority. the hardcore MAGAs that will never let go of him. He'll be preaching to these people, but to the majority of this country, just like his poll numbers are dropping right now, and every time you turn around, no one has anything good to say about Trump except for the hardcore MAGAs, really. It's going to continue to go south on him. There's nothing he can do. So after that, after people either re-elect better Republicans, okay, real conservatives as opposed to MAGAs, and more Democrats have control of the House and the Senate and the presidency, I hope. I think that's what's coming. Okay. Yes, then you will see Republicans will shed that MAGA, whatever you want to call it. Then, they will start working together and put this country back on its footing. But not until the people who are the Republicans who are in Congress right now, as long as they are there, forget it. Nothing is going to happen. I mean, not that anyway, among other things. They all want to take the country in the same direction, in the MAGA direction, dictatorship. They think it's going to be good for them. I can tell them, look toward Haiti, Cuba, Russia, Iraq, Iran. Oh boy, countless others. They can, in fact, these people, the people who want dictatorship in this country, they should go and live in one of those countries for a little while before they bring it here. But I don't know. But hopefully what I am getting is correct. People will get together and do the right thing by our democracy, keep our democracy alive. Yo Baby Still Up says, are there any clues that point to what might happen to bring about Trump's downfall? It's happening as we speak. What might catch our attention to indicate it's coming? Well, maybe it's because I'm unintuitive. I feel yesterday, was it yesterday? The judge I just mentioned, Shuang, I'm sorry, I'm not being, funny or make fun of the name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but so please forgive me if I say Shuang, Chuang. I just mentioned his name. To me, this is big intuitively. Him demanding that Elon put back USAID, among other things, and other judges who are demanding that everyone they fired be put back, give their job back, and all kinds of stuff. That's the beginning, to me, of this whole fiasco we're watching. Okay? And it's not going to get better. And truly, that's what I feel. So hang in there. We are watching the beginning of this. I haven't had that feeling in a while that something is beginning to block Trump. And last night, that's another major indication as well. Last night, Elon going on Fox News and complaining, among other outlets, he went and complained, oh, I didn't do anything to anybody. Why do they hate me? They don't like my car company. Yeah. Very bad. For these people to go out and complain, it has to be really, really, really bad. And it is really, really, really bad. Let me see if I can tell you guys the publication that has pictures. Hang on a second. I took a screenshot of it this morning. I want to tell you guys the name if you are interested. Bear with me. I know. Oh my God, I don't have it. I'm not going to take any more time. No, I don't think no, I don't see it. But there is a major financier, okay, who said Tesla may not survive this. And that's what I feel too. they are in trouble. Okay. But I'll give you the name. I'll look for the website. I'll tell you guys what it is tomorrow. Sorry. Okay. Dana said, that's the word, I forget his name, from MSNBC this morning. He called Trump misguided. I don't think so. I think he's just dumb. June Jackson says Roberts wants to be remembered, but not as a head of an infamous court. Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit too late for him. I don't know if you guys can hear the cutting the grass outside. Sorry. I am looking to see if there are. I believe his last name is William. I can't remember his name. No, I'm thinking of Brian William. Never mind. Your baby still up says, with my Republican brother living. 1 second. Yikes. I lost it. Okay. And West Virginia opened his eyes about Trump soon. I don't think when he says soon, I don't think it's going to be next month. But there is no choice. I don't think he's a hardcore MAGA. But it feels like to me, your brother feels like he knows Trump is not being in the up and up. But some people have trouble accepting they were misled. That's what I feel is happening to your brother. Jojo Tahoe says, Musk never had consequences. That's for sure. George says, will the Supreme Court block Trump? Yes. Oh, yeah. That's, in fact, like I said a little earlier, I felt Robert is not very happy with the direction of the country. And what Robert did yesterday was letting Trump is not going to take the, warning. But Robert is sending out a warning for Trump, that Trump goes my Supreme Court, all this, thinking that they're going to side with him at every turn and give him what he wants. That's Robert telling Trump, don't expect much, and warning Trump, cut the shenanigans. That's what I feel yesterday is what part of what Robert said yesterday was all about. Chris Piazza said, the new Social Security law will hurt so many, starts March 31st. Is it? We don't know if it's... Yes, absolutely, you're right. It will hurt a lot of people. First of all, Trump is trying everything he can to prevent new people from enrolling. They are demanding that people... I think I read it correctly. It was a little... the way it was written, but I think they're saying that, let's say, for example, if I want to change my the bank account where they do the automatic transfer, I would have to go in person to prove that it's me. So there are a couple of things. If you want to do it, then with Social Security, you have to be in person. That's not going to. Yeah, it will hurt a lot of us, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Kenneth Billingsley says, Milo, will Social Security be stopped? I don't think so. Let them do it. My friend, you saw Elon. He was in this country. Chris Matthews. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you. Chris Matthews is who I couldn't remember his name. One of my favorite hosts. TV host. This guy is very smart, in my opinion, and he knows politics inside out. I don't see anyone being able to mess with Social Security and some of the stuff they are trying to do, I don't see it happening. Okay. And I'm telling you, starting yesterday, Justice Thomas, all those very, very bad decisions from the court coming down, and we're going to hear more. Yeah, Trump is going to continue to come out with stupid things. You play, how do you say that again? Do stupid things you play, you win stupid prizes. I can't remember what it is right now because too many things are floating around my head. Sorry, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Oh, yes. George Jason says Citizen United decision reversed. Absolutely. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. But the next administration that's not Republican, yeah. There's a lot that's going to change after this. One. Yes, Chris Piazza says, maybe the new law will make it impossible to verify your account via the phone. Yes, absolutely. You're right. I agree with you. You have to go in person. That's correct. And it's crazy. Some people are going to have to drive hours. Even if they were to, happen March 31st, they're gonna do away with it. It's Doge and stupid Elon. Yeah. Did you guys see somebody set one of his dealership on fire in Vegas the night before last or Sunday night? Yeah. Oh, I didn't do anything to anybody. Yeah. He's gonna find out. Okay. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Just Matthew said Trump will probably want to impeach Roberts for sure. Oh yeah, they're already saying, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He shouldn't be talking about. He wasn't elected. He wasn't elected. He has no right. Yeah, Trump lied to people. But that's okay. All right, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmiro.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. And if you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow unless something major happens later. If Trump were to decide to resign, I'll definitely come on. What a dream. And it's, well, even if he resigned, we have stupid Vents to deal with. But anyway, I'm just saying, we will see you all tomorrow. Till then, bye.